Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how the quad clutch overdrive method uses our proven cold email strategies and proprietary software to guarantee deals or will work for free until it does. So the old way of running cold email looked something like this, where you would get a lead list, which they're totally random, they're low relevance. You'd pick up some random cold email software, which is a lot of times manual, laborsome, low quality. You'd write basic email copy. You'd either just write your own template. You'd maybe use ChatGPT. It sounds very markety. You'd get low conversions. And then oftentimes about 90% of the people out there fail and quit. Okay, you waste time, you waste money, you waste resources, and then you move on to the next growth hack, chasing that silver bullet, which ultimately you never find. But you know, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail, as Benjamin Franklin said. The better way, which with much higher odds, is to map out goals and volume. You plan to a target, you build an infrastructure to your plan. You build lead lists using less volume that are higher relevance. You build a campaign strategy, which is a master plan strategy, a holistic strategy instead of a single campaign. You craft cold email ready offers for your email campaigns. You use AI campaign management for higher quality, less labor, and to keep your campaigns producing results. And then you optimize conversions after you find and identify winning strategies, and you repeat this process. Okay? So who's this work for? A coach and consultant, a done-for-you copywriting offer. Bobby launched his first campaign, 1,300 leads, got 22 positive replies, 7 booked meetings, closed over $20,000 in deals. He wanted to stop spamming prospects and send more personalized emails. Colleen was stuck at 2% reply rate, less than 5 replies a week. We helped her increase her inbox placement, get an 8% reply rate, and over 15 positive replies per week. Steve, which was in the financial services business, launched his first campaign with 5,600 leads, got a 3% lead to booking ratio, booked over 170 meetings. They couldn't keep up with them, so they actually had to sell leads to their other brokers in their financial services network. Okay, so who does this work for? This is going to work whether you send 1,000 emails a week or over 10,000 a day. If you're a lead gen agency, an AI agency, a marketing agency, if you're staffing, recruiting, a coach, a consultant, SaaS company, almost any B2B company, okay? If you don't know me, my name is Patrick Spielman. I'm the founder of leadengine.ai. I also built a 7-figure agency called Lead Engine Sales and Marketing. Also built a top 10 franchise called Sculpture Hospitality. We're on the TV show Bar Rescue. I won over 6 growth awards, won the Trailblazer Award there. I've worked with thousands and thousands of users over the years to help with cold email and to help solve these 4 massive problems gutting your pipeline, okay? So the first problem are infrastructure strategies. What I see over and over again, the first issue, people have a challenge buying and setting up accounts the right way. You don't know what providers, you don't know how to manage costs to pay for inboxes the right way. You don't know how to implement these basically, and that this sets the stage for bad cold email results. The second issue is you experience deliverability issues using unknown senders, unknown warm-up pools, and shared IPs, which hurt deliverability. And then issue 3 is you're juggling multiple tools, lead data tools, AI copy, a sequencer, maybe you're using Clay, maybe you're using different verification tools. All this leads to bad results with cold email. The second problem are cold email strategies. So issue number 1 is volume planning. So you don't have a proven process, you don't have a plan, you don't have a strategy to actually get results. Issue number 2 is you launch campaigns and emails with bad offers, no lead magnets, which are low converting basic emails. You sound like a marketer, right? And then you experience campaign fatigue using templates, no AI variability, and you get declining results with that over time, and you don't get the results that you want. Problem 3 are your campaign strategies. You have no diversification with your campaign. So you're launching a single campaign, you're using a single lead source, and you have a single shot at actually getting results. Issue 2 is bad fit leads, which leads to email bounces, bad deliverability. You're targeting the wrong prospects. You start getting spam reports, right? And then issue 3 with campaign strategies is blind decision making. You've got no data, you've got no analysis, you've got no thesis to scale up, and ultimately this is very, very high risk to run cold email, okay? Problem number 4 are your lead data strategies, right? Issue number 1 is targeting irrelevant leads. Take a look at this chart. These are, if you look at this plot, there's leads all over the place. They're not very close to this line. They're not grouped. So you're just spraying and praying. You're experiencing high bounces. You have to buy more infrastructure. And issue number 2 then that leads to is you've got inexpensive and ineffective data. So you end up burning lead lists, you burn domains, you burn time, you burn money. This ultimately leads to higher labor costs. Maybe you're exporting and importing leads, you've got process bottlenecks, and you experience what we call campaign downtime, which costs you opportunity costs, lost potential business, the cost of inaction, not taking action on your next campaigns. This leads to low engagement. It's very, very hard to get results, and your campaigns are running on fumes. All right, so those are the 4 problems gutting your pipeline: infrastructure strategies, email strategies, campaign strategies, and lead data strategies. Now the solution is our lead engine quad clutch overdrive method, where we'll build you an AI autopilot cold email system in our proprietary software, and we guarantee to generate opportunities or will work for free until it does. All right, so part one is setting you up with a safe private infrastructure. This fixes bad infrastructure strategies. So we help you architect your entire infrastructure, domains, inboxes, DNS records. We make sure it's effective. We make sure it's budget friendly, okay? Using the right email providers, so on and so forth. Tool number two, dedicated servers. So we isolate your results. You get higher performance with your campaigns. All right, we isolate your IP, so we set you up with private IPs, unlike other tools who are dumping you in with shared IPs. This is going to lead to better deliverability, less campaign decline, and ultimately more deals. Part two is targeted campaign relevance. This fact fixes lack of email strategy. So we help you plan. We've got a bunch of calculators. We go through this. We map your goals. We identify what your estimated cost per booking is, and then we plan an execution strategy. We help you dial in your offer. We give you guidance. This is going to help you lead to increased replies, more deals. Basically, what we're doing is we're creating cold email ready offers, okay, to produce positive replies, positive interest. And then tool three for the TCR is dynamic AI copy. This is going to lead to less campaign fatigue. You're going to have more evergreen campaigns, and you're going to have better analysis and data to make data-backed decisions. Part three is our intelligent campaign sequencing, which fixes ineffective campaign strategies. So the first thing we do is we build a holistic campaign strategy. Think of this like an index fund approach, where before you were launching a single campaign, you got to rely on all your results from that one campaign. It's very risky, right? So we want to test multiple offers, multiple lists. We want to spread the risk, and we want to see where we're getting the results. Tool two is a three-tier validation. Okay, so we validate your leads on three different levels. It's going to lead to less bounces, less spam complaints, and you're going to get more deals. In tool three, we have a bunch of in our software outside of strategy. We've got machine learning, AI, our scheduler is going to lead to less effort, higher performance, and better analysis for your campaigns. And then part four, database-free refueling. So tool number one, we set you up with lookalike leads. Okay, so we build targeted, higher converting, less spray and pray campaigns. So if you remember that line before where it was all scattered all over the place, we want to get our lead groupings really, really tight. This is going to lead to higher relevance. We're going to find the needles in the haystack. Okay, tool number two is we set you up with intent data. Okay, so this is going to be higher relevant lead data. You're going to be able to send less volume. You're going to need less infrastructure to manage the whole thing. And then tool three, our lookalike lead refuel. So once we identify the wins from our campaigns, the system is going to automatically find more people that look like this or look like that, where you're getting the wins. You're going to have to pay less people money to keep your campaigns running. You're going to experience higher uptime, and you're going to generate more deals from that. All right. So let's take a quick sneak peek inside of the Lead Engine platform outside of all of our strategies. So let's dive in. Okay, so I'm inside of the Lead Engine platform here. This is not going to be full demo, but just to show you our platform, all the problems, all the solutions that I talked about, this software is custom built to handle all this and to make your life a lot easier. Everything from dashboards, you got a centralized inbox, you can manage all of your leads, unlimited leads in your database, all of your campaigns. We've got a whole bunch of stats and data and automation inside of here that makes your life a lot easier. In terms of the actual campaign building process, we got all the validation, we got a bunch of machine learning, we got reply automation, obviously the entire campaign builder. We've got a bunch of different modes. We're going to help you craft your offers, right? Craft your copy and help you produce higher converting campaigns. You can manage all of your accounts, of course, inside of the platform. You've got dedicated servers, dedicated IPs, as I mentioned. You can manage all of your lead lists. You can book support calls. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. So, and then of course, you've got, all the normal kind of, support resources at your fingertips, onboarding, but we guide you through all of this stuff. So there's just a little sneak peek. All right, so now that you have a little idea of our software, you might be wondering, will this work for me? So just as a reminder, this is going to work for anybody, whether you're sending 1,000 emails a week or 10,000 a day. Lead gen agencies, marketing agencies, AI agencies, staffing, recruiting, coaches, consultants, SaaS companies, almost any B2B company, as I mentioned before. Okay, so here's our program, Lead Engine Overdrive Method. It's a 90-day accelerator program. Okay, this has been battle tested over 12 years. I've serviced over 5,000 users. I've coached over 500 companies, and I've influenced hundreds of thousands of people, probably more than this. Okay. So the first thing we do, we've got an overdrive accelerator. We're going to give you the frameworks, the strategies, the processes, the blueprints, okay, in this process to help you get more results. We've got a white glove implementation. We're going to help you set up all your domains, inboxes, infrastructure, campaign, build out all your leads to make sure that we're mitigating all those problems that we talked about. Okay, you're going to have weekly live support calls, coaching, accountability, community. So you're not going to be doing this alone. Okay, so if you're new at this, or if you've got bad results in the past and haven't succeeded, you will have the resources at your fingertips to help you get results. And then of course you got the Lead Engine software with SPI, TCR, ICS, DFR, and our Rev AI autopilots to help make this as easy as possible on you. Okay, so the benefits of this, it's going to help you eliminate the guesswork, it's going to remove roadblocks, and it's going to help you build a reliable prospecting engine, obviously lead to more sales, which is what we all want. Okay, just like we helped Bobby, right, close over $20,000 in deals. We helped Colleen generate over 15 positive replies per week. We helped Steve book over 170 meetings with his first campaign alone, and he's printing meetings and now selling leads. Okay, So that's the lead engine overdrive method. The pricing, if you want the pricing, obviously you got to hop on the call to get the pricing. We'll talk about the prices for the accelerator, our monthly tech fee, so on and so forth. Okay. So our promise to you is that we guarantee to generate you opportunities, or we're going to work for free until it produces results. All right. So option one for you is do nothing, use old tactics, use outdated software, get low reply rates, get minimal conversions, and no opportunities. Or option two, you can get started with Lead Engine. Okay, we're going to guide you through the overdrive method. We're going to help you generate a steady flow of positive replies, hot leads, opportunities, and customers. All right, so that's all I have for you today. We will see you soon on the call. Thanks.